Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. K. Four Stars Radio, Atlanta, Georgia, USA, radio, TV, everywhere across the globe. And thanks to technology, that everywhere you are, you can access to the program right here with the information to keep you safe, productive in every society you belong. That's why Four Stars Radio TV is giving it back. We got all the information, the good information for you to make a decision and make a better and bigger decisions. So today we're going to have another great conversation with a real estate mogul, someone, a guru, a realtor, entrepreneur, investor, teacher, lecturer, coach, mentor, everything you can name it, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's welcome one and only Mr. Anson. Mr. Anson,
Thank you.
welcome to
Thank
the
you.
show.
Thank you,
You know,
Mr. Ken. Yeah.
anytime you are so scarce, very busy person, and when I see you, it makes me feel really proud that at least in the real estate world today, we have somebody that we can relate to, we can talk to, and who is doing it all. But I'm not going to elaborate on that for right now. We have some few conversations about it. So those of you who are watching us from home, this is the time. If you feel the time is bad, this is the time. We have the man, we have the personality, we have the knowledgeable individual who will lay it down. Not only here, but we got a lot. We're going to have some few conversations. It might not end up today. We might probably do part two. But I'm telling you, get your pen and your pad and take some notes. There we go. Mr. Anso, Mr. Georges, I call him Uncle. And I can call him Doctor, any name you can think of. When we see our elderly person who is really down, understands, and also try to pull the spirit up of his young folks, I mean, it's awesome. You cannot get it, you can't buy it, and nobody can give it to you like Mr. George. And so thank you once again for coming to the program. Now let's begin. I know, but before I begin, I want all of us to take a look at this before we continue the program. You just have to get some better understanding from the get-go. Get the foundation before we move. Ladies and gentlemen, Data K, I'll be right back with you.
Get ready for a transformative experience in the world of real estate investment. George Ansong, the esteemed author of The Cash Flow Real Estate Agent and a leading expert in the field, is taking his knowledge and expertise global. At the invitation of the Ghana Real Estate Brokers Association, GAREB, he will be leading a team of experts to Ghana for an exclusive seminar. This is an incredible opportunity for both investors and agents in Ghana's real estate industry. George Ansong, renowned for his practical knowledge and hands-on experience, is excited to share his insights with fellow alongside the main seminar.
Join me and the Ghana Real Estate Brokers Association, GAREB, as we guide you towards success in the Ghana real estate market. Discover the power of investment and unlock your potential for financial growth.
George Ansong will be conducting specialized training sessions for agents, equipping them with the skills and strategies needed to excel in the dynamic real estate market. Mark your calendars for the main seminar on July 20th, 2023 at the prestigious MJ Grand Hotel in Accra. This all-day event from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. promises to be an enlightening and transformative experience. For more information and to reserve your spot, please contact us at 0546034809 or 0501369057. Don't miss out on this unparalleled opportunity to learn from the best in the industry. Join George Ansong and the Ghana Real Estate Brokers Association as they guide you towards success in the Ghana real estate market. Discover the power of investment and unlock your potential for financial growth.
Discover the power of your potential and then locked in. Dr. Anson, Now let's begin here. You know, I've just been giving you titles because I'm so excited. There's gonna be some really good informations, and sooner or later you're gonna see Daddy K also being a realtor because I mean it. You know, with my uncle, my dad, my everybody, everything here. That's how we're gonna go, Mr. George. You know, let's begin. If we say we want to call Mr. George and Song, who is he?
Yeah. Okay. George Ansong is just a Ghanaian who came to the US in the early 70s. Like all immigrants that come, you have dreams, you have things that you want to do. Believe it or not, Mr. Kane, I was driving a cab back in New York, right? And at the time, there was a lot of real estate seminars going on. And I had a topic, no money down. You know, I had a topic that you can buy property with no money down. I mean, that was new. I didn't know what was going on. So it piqued my curiosity and I took action. I decided to attend the seminar because I was curious. Because I said, how can one buy property with no money down? So it just piqued my curiosity. So I attended the seminar, learned about buying property with no money down, and that is what had made a difference in my life ever since. And when I went to the seminar, I met my mentor. His name is Tyler Hicks. I mean, he passed, you know, may he rest in peace. And he guided me and showed me and changed my mindset. Mindset is how do you look at stuff, right? If you want to get involved in something, you have to understand your mindset. Mindset is everything. So he changed my mindset for me to look at real estate investment, to look at entrepreneurship, to look at business from a mindset perspective. And that has made a transformative difference in my life in terms of trying to look at things differently. So mindset is everything. And I have two quotations that I'm going to quote, right? They said, one, mindset. I'm talking about mindset, MINDSET, how you look at the world, how you look at stuff, right? So one is we become what we think about. We become what we think about. So what are you thinking about? What do you want to be? The other quotation is what the mind of man can conceive and believe they can achieve. What the mind of man can conceive and believe they can achieve. So these are some of the structures that I look at when it comes to real estate investment. Is it possible that an immigrant, come to the US, doesn't know anything about real estate, can at this time be in this position where I'm doing deals and I'm teaching people and I'm lecturing. I'm even going to Ghana to go and teach agents and investors what they need to do to be successful real estate investors. All right, that's what I'm thinking about, and that's where I got started. A cab driver in the early 70s, 80s, you know, up to now, where I'm going global, so to speak, to teach agents and investors how to be real estate investors.
What has been your experience so far? What
Like
has been?
anything else,
Uh huh.
okay, like anything else, it has been very, very challenging, like anything else. But then my belief is that most of what we think about doesn't happen. Most of what we fear really doesn't happen. You know, I've been investing for the past 10, 20, 25 years. And I remember in 2008, if you remember, right? One of the challenges, 2008, when the market crashed, I was investing with my partners. I had partners that were investing. We had over maybe 20, $30 million of real estate. When the market crashed, we almost lost everything. You know, it was very devastating. But like I believe that no matter what, once you have a passion for something, you can always bounce back. You know, so ever since that, we are even bounced back much more stronger. And now I have investors that we're doing all kinds of deals. The last time that I tallied, we may have about 15, $20 million of real estate deals that we're doing all over the place. But there have been a lot of challenges. But I'm not the kind of guy that gives out, that gives in. I try to whatever it is that we have to do to overcome the challenges, we have to do it.
Okay, now talking about real estate here, and then real estate in Ghana. It's a complete different thing altogether. But
Okay.
uh, your position here in the United States as a real estate mogul, realtor, and all the affiliates, all the positions that you've held before. What have you learned, especially from our Ghanaian community,
Okay.
that needs
That's
to be bounced back?
okay.
Is it how many people are in the real estate? People don't understand it. People so.
Okay.
Let us know a little
Okay.
bit about that
Okay.
because I know you want to stretch your hand. You're going global right now. So let's talk about
Okay.
those of us
Okay.
here before we go back.
Okay. Okay. Let me explain some concept to you, right? There is something we call principles. Principles. And then there's methods, right?
Right.
Methods. Principles are universal. All right. Principles are universal. Let me just give you an example. Um, Principle. If you have a substance and you drop it down, it's going to the law of gravity. It's a principle. It's applicable everywhere. All right. Method is what you do in an environment where you are. So, like if I'm going to Ghana to teach, right, I'm going to teach principle that is applicable everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. It's applicable everywhere. And then because of the environment, they're going to adapt the environment. They're going to adapt the principle to the environment where they are. So that's what it is. you know, Real estate investment, there are certain principles that you have to know. There are certain principles. That's what I'm going to teach. But the methods, it's something that is applicable in the locality, in the local area. So, for example, in the US, the methods might be different, but the principles is going to be the same. All right. In Ghana, the principles is going to be, but the methods that they're going is going to be different. So I'm going to teach principles as it relates to real estate investment and how they can apply it in the Ghanaian concept. Like, for example, Mr. K, if you want to do real estate over here in the US, right? Because you live in the US, we know the laws, we know what's going on. But the principles are going to do the same. But we're going to apply it as it relates to, in the US market. In Ghana, they're going to apply it as it relates to the Ghanaian market. For example, I'm going to teach them what I call 7 principles. The seven critical steps that one has to take. The 7 that one has to take when one is doing a real estate. It doesn't matter where you are. If you are in China, you are in Latin America, it doesn't matter. There's the same criticals the same way. But the methods in China or in Ghana or in Nigeria might be different, but it's the same critical step: A, B, C, D, and so that's what it is. All right. So we have principles, which is applicable everywhere you are, and then we have methods that, because of the environment, maybe the law and stuff like that. So you have to adapt the principle to. For example, there is a principle called like the 80-20, for example, 80-20 rule, right? um 20% of your activities, right, bring the rest of the business. 20% of what you do bring business, right? That is applicable anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in Ghana or here. All right. So there's some principles that we're going to teach to when I go to teach globally. So that's what it is. Principles and methods.
Okay. I learned you have 2 companies. What are the companies? Can you tell us a little bit about them and then the project that you are
That
working
we do.
on, which is
Okay.
almost about a $50 million
Okay.
project? If you can
Okay.
tell us a little bit
Okay.
about it.
Okay. One is Asempa Enterprises, right? That is my publishing and seminar business, because I publish a book, The Cashflow Real Estate Agent. All right. And I also organize seminars. I organize seminars like what I'm going to do in Ghana. Okay. I also teach agents in the US, in Georgia. Okay. You know, when you're an agent in the US or in Georgia, right, you have to have continuing education. I've been licensed by the Georgia Real Estate Commission to teach 3 subjects: beginning, intermediate, and advanced real estate investments. So that company, Asempa Enterprises, deals with publishing my book, my seminars, and my teaching. Then I have another company, GAV Capital Partners. GAV Capital Partners partners with investors to do deals. At the moment, I have about 4 partners that I work with, right? We have projects that we're doing. We buy properties, we fix them, and then we sell it. Or we buy lots, develop them, and sell them. So GAV Capital Partners works with investors to develop properties. So currently we have 1 to about 4 or 5. And then our company is doing a subdivision that we are about to break ground in Atlanta. I don't want to give it, but it's in Atlanta area right now. So the total of everything that we do, the total value is about $25 million right now as we work.
Wow, $25 million as we speak. What are the lessons you've learned so far as an investor? Oh, the fear that will come to fruition. What are some fears? Because a lot of us, when we try to invest and we have a huge certain amount of money, we panic in the first place. That actually makes people go back and do it twice and and third time. So what have you learned so far as you go
Okay.
along with all these huge amount of money that you want to invest into you? Is there any kind of a panic out there?
Okay. One, right? I believe that, like, when I started, right, I had a mentor. A mentor is somebody that is somewhere that you want to get to. All right. So when I started, I had a mentor, Tyler Hicks, like I said, a multi-millionaire. And it wasn't like, I'm talking about time that there wasn't internet and stuff like that. So I had to pay him, and I can call him at any time. And at the time when you call him, he will give you 5, 10 minutes. But what he tells you is precise because he knows what he's doing. So if you want one of the lessons that I learned is that to get to where you want to be, get somebody who is already there. Reach out to him and see how he can help you. That's the quickest way, because he has been through all the challenges, all the this thing, all the whatever it is. He has been through all of that, so he will be able to help you. Okay. Also, the second thing I've learned is that most of what we fear never comes true. Most of what we are afraid of never comes true. Somebody once said, what is the quotation? Once you become fearless, right, life becomes limitless. Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. Now, Mr. King, ask yourself, what would you do if you are not fearful? What can you do? Now, let me use an illustration. This is the first time I'm going to Ghana to do a seminar, right? There's a lot of risks. But I decided that at this stage in my life, I'm willing to share my knowledge and encourage people to be where they want to be. Okay, there's a lot of risks, but I'm fearless. So I'm going to do it, and we'll see what happens. What is the first thing that can happen? That's how I ask myself, what's the lesson ever? So the lesson is, one, have a mentor. 2, decide what you want to do and have the courage to do it. 3, have a passion. And 4, just go for it. Just take action. Some people, let's say you want to do investment, right? You read books, you go attend seminars, podcasts, whatever, right? That's fine. The next thing is to just decide. Like Nike say, just do it and see what happens. And like somebody said, we will never exceed our highest expectation, no matter what it is. So decide what you want to do and have the courage to do it. That is the advice that I'll do people who want to do whatever they have to do. And have the passion to do what you want to do. Like you, I can tell that you have a passion for this radio, this thing, right? So for you, it's not work because you have the passion for it. If nobody pays you anything, you will still do it. The same thing I look at real estate investment and teaching and lecturing, right? I have a passion for it, and I've been doing this for a long time, and I love it. I love what I do. And if you love what you do, it's not work. If you love what you do, it's not work because you love what you're doing. So these are the lessons that I've learned. Have a mentor, have a passion for it, decide what you do, and just take action. Just take action. Just take action, and that's it.
How long have you? Yeah. How long have you been doing this? How long have you been in it?
I bought my first property in the
No.
1980s in Brooklyn, New York. My first apartment complex was a 16-unit apartment complex with laundromat behind. It was a neat job, a neat work. I started doing it, but we couldn't do it, so I sold it. And then I used the money and bought other properties. I bought properties in Jersey City, New Jersey, and all kinds of stuff before I moved to Atlanta. Because I lived in I went to college in I went to college in New York, Baruch College, City University of New York. And I was in management. I was in management training. I worked for a big corporation. But I always liked entrepreneurship, especially when I met my mentor, Tyler Hicks, who helped me a lot. So I may not always be an entrepreneur. So that's how I started. To now, when I came here, I didn't even tell you, at KSU, Kennesaw State University over here, I taught there for 10 years. They are continuing 10 years, real estate investment. 10 years. I wrote all my instructional manuals and stuff like that. You know. And I won what they call the coveted life arrangement award as an instructor. So that's how I started. By going to one seminar and taking action. When I went to the seminar and I learned it, I put it into action. And I had a mentor who I can call, Tyler Hicks. I can call anytime. Anytime. And he will answer. But he won't talk to you too much. 5-10 minutes because he's busy. Hey, it's not like now we can get on the internet and this and that and all that. At that time, you just call. Anyway. So that's what I've been doing for. And I've always loved real estate. You know.
How long does it take one to graduate or to learn to become a real estate investor? I mean, I want to know
Okay.
the education, the length of education
Okay.
you have to go through before you can
Okay. All right.
be a realtor.
Like over here, right? They have a lot of I love seminars. In fact, I call myself a seminar junkie. I like attending seminars because seminars you can go like 2 days, like over the weekends, right? And you will learn so much. And you'll be able to network with other people. Listen, my college degree was I did finance and I did management training, right? So seminar is what I took that transformed my life. A weekend seminar, 3 days. It was Friday, Saturday, and 3 days seminar. All right, that transformed my life. So sure, there are a lot of seminars all over the place. You take one and you meet somebody. Always get to know somebody. That is ahead of where you want to be. That is key, in my opinion. So they will be able to teach you, mentor you, and show you what to do. Don't try to go in on your own. If possible, partner with somebody. Like even at this time, our partners that I work with. Don't go in on your own. Get somebody trustworthy that you can partner with. Okay, that is to me that is the key. That is the key to being where you want to be. Like for example, going to Ghana, I'm going to whoever people that come in, I'm going to whoever comes in, I'm going to teach them, and I'm not going to like leave them alone, right? I'm also going to set up what I call a mastermind group, right? That maybe every 4 weeks we can get on the internet or the Zoom and teach them more, right? Because I mean, for the time that I will be there, it's not going to make a big difference, but it will make a big difference. But long term, I would like to follow up and make sure that they have really what they need to succeed, in terms of what I'm going to teach them.
So when we talk about this real estate, do we do you need a license to practice here in Ghana,
Okay,
whatever? How does it
okay,
go? How does that go?
okay. That's interesting. Now, to be an agent, real estate agent over here in the US, you have to be licensed by the state. All right. To be an investor, you do not have to be. All right. For example, I was an investor before I became an agent. All right. When you become an agent, you have access to the education, the forms, you have access to so many resources. All right. When you become an agent. All right. But you don't have to be licensed to be an investor. You do not have to be. But to be an agent, you have to be licensed. For example, I'm a licensed agent and I'm also an investor. But most agents are not really into investment. Most agents are not into. They just help people transact business. All right. So I'm an investor and I'm also an agent. So I help investors analyze properties, buy properties, and stuff like that because that's what I do. That's a specialized area. You know, you can be an agent but not understand the investment side. That's why I wrote the book, The Cash Flow Resident Agent, to help agents how to work with investors or even how to buy properties for themselves. Okay, so there's a difference. You can be an investor, buy property, invest, right? You don't have to be an agent. But you can be an agent and also an investor. All right, so that's the difference. But you have to be licensed to be, and we are we are under, like in Georgia, we're under the Georgia Real Estate Commission, who oversees everything. You have to make sure you are doing a legal, ethical, and moral. You're doing everything right, because there be a lot of money is involved when there's so much involved. So you have to be ethical, you have to be moral, and everything has to be legal and comply with the real estate regulations that we have in Georgia. So that's the difference.
Okay. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen who are watching this right now, we are having this great conversation with the real estate mogul who knows every in and out, and he's part of us. The good thing about it is that it's not too difficult to be reached out. We know that individuals who have such a position who can do it all, it's very hard time to get closer to them. But Mr. George Anson is just one of us. As soon as you call him, he responds. If he did not respond, he will call you right back. And we are so excited. I'm excited, like I was saying, I'm just asking some of these questions because I'm already into the real estate and I want to just get closer to him. So I can in the future get the project that will be not $25 million, but will be probably $35 million. I know you
Or
will have
$100
people that
million.
will be $100 million because I want to go and keep going. Now let's talk about this seminar in Ghana and what is the date? What is the date and the time of this seminar?
Okay. We have scheduled it on July 20th from 9:30 to 4:30 at the prestigious MJ Grand Hotel in, I think it's in Legon, Accra, Legon area. It's going to be very, very dynamic. We have attorneys will be speaking. We have actual investors that in Ghana, there's the young lady they'll be speaking, and we have a whole spectrum of people that will be speaking. And I'm one of the speakers over there. Um, we have the government. The government even have sent representatives there as well. A government agency that's going to talk about how to register your business, because you have to have a business. If you are going to buy properties, it has to be in an entity. All right, so we're going to show you how to set up your company. And then the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, they'll also be there to tell us about the economy, what's going on. So it's going to be a full day. It's a time to network, get to know people, because I believe it. And your network, right? Somebody said, show me your friends and I'll show you your future, right? Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. When you come to network with a whole bunch of people, so you get to know people. All right. So if anybody is interested, I would really encourage them to come. So it's Thursday, July 20th, 9:30 to 4:30 in Accra, Ghana. It's going to be interesting. I believe it. Going to learn a lot. You can hear.
Were you invited or you just decided to go on your own because of what you have and you want to just let other people tap into that resource?
Okay. I'm going there at the invitation of Ghana Association of Real Estate Brokers. So it's a collaboration between the brokers over there in Ghana and myself, my company, GAV Capital Partners. Okay. And in fact, we did about in March we did a Zoom seminar with agents and people from Ghana. About 60 people attended. So we just decided, hey, there might be an opportunity for me to go there and teach what I told you about, the 7 critical steps that I think is universal, that is applicable everywhere. So it's a collaboration between the Ghana Association of Real Estate Broker, GAREP, and my company, GAV Capital Partners. And I took the opportunity because I believe that I'm at a time in that I can have an impact, that I can teach and have an impact. I believe it.
So as you going and then uh, going to try to help.
I'm not speaking right.
Okay, let's talk about the topics that you are going to treat. Is it topics that everybody who have to come or somebody who had to be in the real estate before you can understand the language? Because I know every course has its own languages, and until you were there or you have any idea, you may not understand some of the languages that are being put in there. So,
Oh,
what are some of the
that
topics that people will be aware ahead of time
okay,
in order to get
okay,
themselves prepared to be there?
okay. For example, the attorneys will be talking about the pitfalls in buying a property in Ghana, for example. There are a lot of challenges buying properties, right? So they're going to talk about the pitfalls, what to look for when you're buying a property. I have investor over there, one, um, what's the name? Miss Tiase, for example, will be talking about selling investment properties in Ghana, for example. All right. There will be people there talking about, officials talking about how to form entities, all right, how to form entities, company, all right. They'll be talking about banks and stuff like that. They'll be talking about financing your properties in Ghana, for example, all right. And then, like I will be talking about the seven critical steps to real estate investment, okay. And somebody was talking about investor friendly agents, how you can work with an agent who is investor friendly, who understand investment, okay. So we have about 10 across the board, about 10 speakers that was going to speak. So these are the topics that we'll be talking about, you know from A to Z, everything that you need to know about real estate investment. Then it's going to be comprehensive. There'll be um, question and answer session. All right. So it's going to be very, 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 very exhaustive. Uh, and for example, when I talk about my topics, like seven critical steps, it covers everything in a nutshell. It covers everything. But the next time, then we have to go into details. Now, you're asking whether or not it will take special education to understand it. No. And then if nowadays, you can go into internet and Google and stuff like that. But most of what we're going talking about will be, you understand it. It's not something that is like esoteric, so to speak, right? You understand the topics, and it will make sense to you. And especially anybody that is interested in coming, I mean, they have been thinking about this thing, so they've been maybe researching or something like that. So it's something that is going to even pique their interest and then delve into it further. And then you meet people over there that are doing it, so you'll be able to network and get to know what they're doing, and understanding some of their strategies and stuff like that. So these are the topics. These are some of the topics that we're gonna. Anything that has to relate with real estate investment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are having this great conversation. I say it's just conversational form because this is a very positive influence, and also it's a positive vision for those of us who want to get into real estate. I said it early on. It's something that we don't see a lot of our brothers and sisters, our peers doing it. You can only see other nationalities, but not more many Ghanaians. I asked you this, Mr. George, earlier on. So, in your long service of real estate, how many put into context in percentage wise? How many percentage wise you can tell about Ghanaians involved in real estate and agent? What's the terminology you have for?
Um, there are a few, but I don't see that many of us.
Why?
Maybe in Ghana, I know now. We are not exposed. You have to be exposed to something to know what it is, right? If you're not exposed to it, how do you know? Just think about it. If you are not exposed to it, so the key is to be exposed to it. And I say, get somebody to guide you. You know, Hopefully, now that I'm speaking, people, hey, yeah, I can make some money in real estate, so maybe I might think about it. Like, just think about it, right? I told you how was I exposed to it, right? I listened to a radio just make an announcement. Hey, you can buy property before everybody down. I was exposed to it, but what did I do, right? I took action. Okay, a lot of people are being exposed now. For example, let's say people are listening now. The question is, would they think about doing it? And if they do, would they take the action? Would they sacrifice? Would they do whatever is necessary to do whatever they want to do in any area that you want to do? And nowadays, there's so information all over the place. There's so much going on. There's so much information that you can. But when you hear the information, right? Do you decide? Would you decide to implement or take action? To me, the basis of every our achievement is taking action. I mean, you might succeed. Who knows? All these highly influential people that we think about, buzzers, um, or Tesla guy, Musk, and all of them, right? They took action. Idea came to them, they thought about it, and they took action, massive action, and that's how they are successful. I mean, there are times when you might be challenges and stuff like that, but me, to my way of thinking, the way to succeed is to take action. It doesn't succeed, you take action. It doesn't succeed, you take action. You just take action. Get somebody in your life, somebody that can mentor you and guide you, teach you, encourage you, and stuff like that. These are some of the things that you have to do. There is no two ways about it. You have to take action. That's it. You have to do whatever you have to do. Is the
Huh.
key. In my opinion, is my key.
Okay. Take action is the key right now. So if you are listening to us right now, the take home idea, or the take home counsel, the take home advice is take action. Action is not tomorrow. You don't have to procrastinate. You have to take the action now. The man with the plan B, plan A, and plan B is the man we're talking to, Mr. George Ansel, who is the real estate agent, mogul, everything, lecturer, coach, mentor, everything is what we are talking to. And he's not too far from any of us. If he can do for other people, why not us? So, Mr. George Anson, very soon you will see me in the real estate, because I am 100% convinced that I can be like you or twice as you've been. In
More,
the world.
yes, yes.
Yes. Now let's talk one more time about your seminar in Ghana. When is it coming on? Who is supposed to be there? How many people are going to talk, or how many people are going to be speaking? And let's let our people get ready. And if they have to go and then have the reservations, they can do it right on time.
Okay. Um, I'll be one of the speakers over there, right?
Okay.
Most of the topics will be like a discussion style, right?
Right.
Where like one talking like the pitfalls of buying properties in Ghana, for example. There will be two attorneys, right? That will be discussing that. All right. One of the topics. Another topic is setting up companies or entities, I call them, right? There will be somebody there to come and walk you through A, B, C, D, how to set up companies. Three, buying properties in Ghana, right? There will be an agent there. We call it an investor friendly agent, right? To also go through the process. Because, for example, the process buying property over here in the US, right, is different from buying properties in Ghana. So they're going to, you know, talk you through that, right? Then Hannah Tiasi, one of the prominent brokers agents in Ghana, is going to and his partner, they're going to talk you walk you through selling investment properties in Ghana. All right, and then I'll be talking about it, the 7 critical steps to real estate investment, which is universal everywhere. Okay, so there's going to be a whole array of topics. And the interesting thing is that I wrote a book where the cash flow real estate agent, the people who register by I think June, the end of this month, they're going to get free copies of my book too. All right. So these are the topics that they're going to be about 6, 7 topics that we'll be talking about. The date is July 20th at the MJ Grand Hotel in Legon, Accra, from 9:30 to 4:30.
How long is it going to do? A day, two, three, four, a
No,
week?
it's going to be just for this premiere, because this is we call it uh, the African real estate investment seminar, right? This is we call the first premiere, the first one that we're doing, with the group there. This is the first one that we're doing, so it's going to be one day. We'll see how it goes. Then maybe the next time we might make it 2 or 3 days. But apart from that too, I'll also be setting up what we call a mastermind group. The people who attend Those who are going to go through some questions, and then select some people who are going to be in a mastermind group, right? That like every 4 weeks or whatever, right? We have a topic that we will delve right into. For example, let me give you an example, right? One of the 7 critical aspects that we're going to talk about is what I call niche, NICH, right? What is your niche? Niche is the type of property that you're going to buy, right? Are you going to buy, or are you going to buy or construct single family, multi-family, commercial, whatever it is, right? So niche, right? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how you analyze that and stuff like that, right? Now I'm going to the nitty gritty, which puts people to sleep, right? So that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. Then we're going to talk about forming entities and stuff like that. Okay. Then we're going to talk about how do you make people know what you do. Or let me backtrack. How do you start thinking like an investor? How? And let me just, by saying this, right? We have what we call empowering beliefs and limiting beliefs, right? Empowering. How do you think? Is it possible that you don't have any money that you can still go into real estate and buy properties? Is it possible? All right. So empowering beliefs. And then we have beliefs we call limiting beliefs. Limiting. Empowering lifts you up, limiting lifts you down. So how? How? So we're going to teach you how to even change your mind, to start thinking that it's possible for Mr. Kim to be a real estate investor, to Kofi over there to be a real estate investor. And I call that we're going to demystify, you know, the real estate investment is like a mystery, right? It's like something that, so how do we demystify it so that you will know that, hey, it's possible for you to be an investor? What prevents you from doing that? So we have to believe. We have to be able to let you believe, because then when you believe, then you can take action. But if you don't believe, then so we're going to change your mindset. That is the key to me, to change how you think. Think big, And if you look at all the people that have been able to make a difference in the world, right? They were thinking bigger. I think people even thought they're crazy. People said, George, why are you going to Ghana to go and teach? Why? Because I think big. The next time somebody might invite me to go to Nigeria or go to some place to do it, from somebody who was driving a cab driver. I was a cab driver. I never thought about anything. But as I look back, you see, our life are always a trajectory, right? But we have to decide. We have to decide and take action. This might seem philosophical, but you have to believe it, because before you start taking the actual step that you have to do. But because you have to believe, you have to believe that this your radio station is going to reach people all over the world. You have to believe that. And once you believe that, then you have started to take the action. But if you don't believe, you're not going to do anything. So that is the key. Real estate investment, in anything that you want to do, is to change your mind, change your mindset, change the way that you look at stuff. You have to.
Are your children involved into the real estate business?
That is interesting.
Your children, grandchildren, whoever is there.
They are not, but they are entrepreneurs, right? They are entrepreneurs, but they're not.
They did not follow dad's footsteps. They just took this way. It's just, I mean, the mindset. As long as the mindset is on being an entrepreneur, is also
yes, that is key.
Idea.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is the key to me.
Okay,
it's the mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. If they have it, if anybody listen and didn't take anything from here, it's mindset and taking action. And it doesn't even have to be in real estate. In any field that you are in, the mindset is very, very important.
How
mindset
can
is
we
very,
reach
very.
out to you? How can we reach out to you? I know
Okay,
there's a
it's
lot of
interesting.
things going on. Yeah,
Uh,
phone number,
Okay,
website, everything. We can go in
okay,
there
it's
and put our
interesting.
reservations
Website is
in.
georgeansong.com.
As
Easy.
simple as that.
georgeansong.com. You know, georgeansong.com. You
Okay.
Google, all my information is there. If you want my direct number, 770-841-7920. Um, you can text me. And the best way to reach me is to go to the website and
Joe
just email me.
Jordan.com.
Georgeansong.com. George
Okay.
Anson, www.georgeanson.com. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, all my information is there. All my projects that we're doing, everything you want to know about me, everything is there. An article was written about me. You can read about me and stuff like that. So yeah, georgeanson.com. That's easy. That georgeanson.com.
GeorgeAnson.com.
That com.
All right, you guys. I mean, this is some information that you had to go buy, but this is free. And Mr. Anson, when they go to the website and have their reservation, is there any fee that need to be paid, or is just
Okay,
everybody should
okay,
come in?
okay. Now let me just if anybody is in Ghana, they want to register, right? Okay, I'm going to give you some numbers to call, right? Is that all right, Mr.
Yeah,
King?
yeah, yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay.
Take your time.
Ask for call this number in Ghana, right? My group there, they will answer it, right? One number is 054-603-4809. 054-603-4809. And the next one is the other number is 050. That is the number for my contact, my group in Ghana. If anybody wants to
Come
register.
on back with the second number. Come on back with the second number. I
Okay.
think we missed that.
050-136-9057.
Okay, we got it. We got it now.
But the price is $300 to the end of the month, and then $500 after that. Now, what does the $300 cover? Because it's an all day, the right the meals for all of them, which is cost about 250. So in a way, I think it's a bargain for what you're going to learn and what you're going to gain and what you going to gain from just attending. And remember, like I told you my story. How did I become a real estate investor over the years? I attended one seminar, no money down. I think I paid about, it was 3 days, I paid about 1,500 or something like that. I'm talking about the 80s. And I met my mentor there, and he has made a difference in my life. So I believe in seminars. I've always been a strong advocate of going to seminars and meeting people and learning. 2 days, one day, you will learn so much. You will learn so much. So if anybody is interested in the real estate investment market in Ghana, you meet a lot of people over there. You meet the attorneys, the registrars, and network and get to know them. I'm also going to learn because they're going to talk about the Ghanaian market, with the attorneys. I'm also going to learn because I'll be exposed to, because I'm in the US. All my experience have been in the US, so I'm also going to learn. I'll be there, and you get to meet me too. I'll be there.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is too good to be true. I mean, just the amount of $300 you can have a full day
Cities,
seminar
Ghana
with.
cities, Ghana cities, Ghana
It's
cities.
Ghana cities. Ah,
Yes.
I should have been there. I should have been there too. My goodness, I have to be there and then also participate in this cash flow real estate agent stuff, because everything needs cash. So I think it's a good deal. Let me repeat this numbers again for you, those of you who are in Ghana and want to attend. It's 054-603-4809. 054-603-4809. And the second number is 050-136-9057. 050-136-9057. Mr. George, what else can I say? What else can I say? I mean, but your final word. I want you to say or tell us one thing that you think what we do will change our lifestyle
You know,
and get
I
into
told you
anything
already.
like that.
I told you already. You can even repeat it. I told you already. You know it. What is it?
It's
Two words.
2 words.
Take action.
Everybody
Just take
take action. Okay, we are done, and done. Take action.
action. You can
T
analyze. You can
A
analyze. You
is
can
take
do this.
action. You
You
know,
can analyze. You can read books. You can go to seminars and all that. Right? It boils down to one: take action.
take action. I like
Take
that.
action. Like
I
I
like
said,
that.
somebody's listening to this. Take action. Buy the ticket and come. Who knows? You know, go
Okay.
borrow the money somewhere and come. Take action.
I think when you come back, you come back from this seminar in Ghana, we will have to organize some here, because I know
Okay.
a lot of people will be interested in tapping into these resources that you have. And I believe you want to give back as best as you can, as best as hold on to this for right now.
Yes.
And when you
Mhm.
come back from Ghana, we'll see how best we can organize and mobilize the people to get into the real
Okay.
estate business. And I am so thankful that I'm able
Okay.
to catch you today, because you have a lot of
Yes.
errands, especially on the weekends. But you've
Yeah.
made the time to be here just for the love of our community, the love of what you're
Yes.
doing, and the vision that you have for here in Ghana. So those of you who are also in Ghana and you want to you get yourself involved in the real estate, the man who is giving it out is the one you listen to already for right here in the Four Stars Radio TV, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Dedicate the good and the coolest man you can ever find. Mr. George Anson is my
Thank you
uncle.
so much.
He's my daddy. He's my everything. And you can see how excited we always smiling and talking about it, because this is a good deal where you have to go somewhere and pay a chunk of money for it, but you've got it for free. And so do the best you can. Get your reservations, georgeanson.com, and then go attend the seminar. You will call me, or you're going to look for me and say, Dedicate, thank you for this program. Mr. George, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you
And
for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. I really, really thank you so much. May
wish
God
you
continue to.
wish you
Uh,
all the best, safe
thank you.
trip.
Thank you.
And when we
Okay. Thank you.
come back, we'll continue one day,
Okay.
someday. All
Okay.
right, folks. Yeah,
Thank you so
it's
much.
about
Thank you so much.
time. Yeah, for me to shut it down. But as you all know, it is always better to hang out with the good people in order to get good information from them. And so we've hung out with Mr. George Anson. We've got all this information. Let's change our mindset. Let's make a mind that this day forward, this is what we're going to do. And to change our financial status, and then our family status as well. That's all what we are here about. People working 2, 3 jobs, all just because they need financial freedom. We've got it for free, and it's all yours. Take
Action.
action. Dedicate. I am.
Thank you.
Get ready for a transformative experience in the world of real estate investment. George Ansong, the esteemed author of The Cash Flow Real Estate Agent and a leading expert in the field, is taking his knowledge and expertise global. At the invitation of the Ghana Real Estate Brokers Association, GAREB, he will be leading a team of experts to Ghana for an exclusive seminar. This is an incredible opportunity for both investors and agents in Ghana's real estate industry. George Ansong, renowned for his practical knowledge and hands-on experience, is excited to share his insights with fellow alongside the main seminar.
Join me and the Ghana Real Estate Brokers Association, GAREB, as we guide you towards success in the Ghana real estate market. Discover the power of investment and unlock your potential for financial growth.
George Ansong will be conducting specialized training sessions for agents, equipping them with the skills and strategies needed to excel in the dynamic real estate market. Mark your calendars for the main seminar on July 20th, 2023 at the prestigious MJ Grand Hotel in Accra. This all-day event from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. promises to be an enlightening and transformative experience. For more information and to reserve your spot, please contact us at 0546034809 or 0501369057. Don't miss out on this unparalleled opportunity to learn from the best in the industry. Join George Ansong and the Ghana Real Estate Brokers Association as they guide you towards success in the Ghana real estate market. Discover the power of investment and unlock your potential for financial growth.